Hello friends, Stevie B here. Welcome to part 3 of this video series. We are going to put the finishing touches on our chill electronic indie pop track. Throughout this series, you've seen me use some of the new features in Cubase 14, like the drum track and the modulators, which has been a lot of fun. But what I want to focus on throughout this video is the mix and master, as well as adding some final ideas. So we've got a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a look at these vocal chops. If you remember from the last video, we put together something that sounds like this. And I think they sound pretty cool as is, but it's a bit dry, and I think it could benefit from some studio delay. So I'm going to use this stereo pattern here, so kind of adding like a ping pong effect. We're going to use a bit of reverb, and I've got the spatial up at 100%. It sounds like this. So mix isn't too high, just adding a bit of depth to it. And I'm also going to throw an auto filter on this track. I'm going to use this on manual. Let's adjust the resonance. And I'm going to automate this frequency cutoff to reduce some of the highs while the main vocal is in play. Because I think this element sounds really cool, but it's a bit distracting. So let's just hear what this sounds like with the highs rolled off a bit. So just kind of softening it up a bit. These vocal chops play a role throughout almost the entire track, except for this build-up section. So where I think they could shine is during this breakdown, but otherwise, during these choruses and the intro, I'm going to filter out the highs a little bit. So for that, I would just kind of write in some automation. So zooming in on bar 18 here, where the breakdown starts, this is where I'm going to draw in some automation, and we can ease up on this filter here. So let's see what that sounds like, just soloing this here. So maybe a bit more. And our starting position can maybe start bar 17. Okay, that sounds pretty cool for now. And we'll bring us back down to where we started for this final chorus here. Another thing that just came to mind while messing around with these vocal chops is creating some interesting transitions between sections. For instance, this gap here between the intro and the chorus. It's feeling a little lonely. I actually like the space, but there's definitely something that we could do here to build a little tension towards this chorus. So what I could do, for instance, is say, take these vocal chops, take this one pattern here specifically. Let's open up the studio delay again, and let's just boost up the mix. And I'll also open up the automation, and let's just temporarily lift the filter. And then I'm just going to bounce this to audio with the effects applied. Okay, I'll bring that mix back down to where it was. Same with the automation. Now I've got this bounce to audio, and this bounce to audio here is now providing us this like little delay tail. Okay, and what we could do is just take this audio, and I'll just right click on this and reverse it. And we could build a little riser here leading up to when this main vocal starts. So we'll try something like right there, and I might draw a fade in. We'll create a little curve. I'm gonna boost the gain a little, and I'm not totally sure how this is gonna sound. Let's find out. That sounds kind of cool, actually. So let's just call this vocal riser, and let's see how it sits here in context. The edges of the unknown. All my fault lines. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm just going to bring the volume down slightly, but I like it. And I can also copy and paste this elsewhere in the track here. For instance, leading up to this build-up, coming into our next chorus. Yeah, that works really well. I like it. So I think these vocal chops are sounding really nice. And like I mentioned, I'm kind of ducking the highs while the main vocal is taking like front and center stage in this mix. If you remember, we added some processing to the vocals in the last video in this series, and I haven't really changed anything. We're putting it through the vocal chain, adding some compression, saturation. I'm carving out a bit of the low mids and the lows with the EQ, adding a bit of brightness, and we're sending this to some revelation. I also have this harmony that's accompanying the main vocal in the choruses, and I'm putting this through the exact same processing chain as the main vocal. The only difference is that I'm pushing more of it into revelation, so it's pretty heavy on the reverb. All my fault lines lead me to the pole of the tide. So the main vocal and the harmony, they're pretty bright. They're very intimate. And I think I've got these vocal chops sitting behind them nicely.
All my fault lines lead me to the bowl of the tide, lost in your eyes.
So one last thing I want to do here as far as vocal processing is add some delay throws. We've got these long spaces in between phrases, especially in this intro. So what we could do is just like add another effects track. Let's add a studio delay. And again, I'm just going to filter out some of these highs and come over to our main vocal track, and we'll add a send to the studio delay. Now let's open up the automation lane and let's write in some delay send, but only for specific parts of the phrase. So for example, let's just take this first phrase here.
We are the shadows.
So maybe I just want a bit of delay on the word shadows. It might be a bit overkill to throw all of it into the delay. Like this was what it would sound like if I did that.
We are the shadows.
Like it's a bit too much. It's overwhelming. So the word shadows starts like right about here.
Shadow.
And we can just automate the send for that one word specifically. And maybe we'll just add a bit of reverb on the studio delay as well.
We are the shadows.
And I'll just do the same thing for the word echoes, which I think starts right here.
Echo.
So I'll draw in a notch here, all the way to here. Same thing.
Echoes.
So I think this sounds pretty cool. It's kind of subtle, but it definitely adds a little flavor to this intro.
We are the shadows. Cast in the everglow. Chasing echoes.
Okay, moving over to the percussion. If you remember, these percussive elements are being grouped into this percussion group. And there's really not a lot going on except for I've added this black valve compressor. And this is just kind of gluing everything together when we hit these choruses. No processing on the kick. It's really quite simple, but it sounds great. We've got this bass track here as well. This is something that I've created in Halion Sonic using 2 sine wave oscillators, also the sub oscillator, a bit of noise. It's a really simple sound, although I have added some processing to it, putting it through this tube compressor and driving it pretty hard. And I'm also putting it through detube, which is adding like a bit of nice gritty distortion to it. Without detube and with. So driving it nicely, but yeah, it's a really simple bass sound. And that bouncing that you hear, that shaping it to the kick, again, is just using the modulators. Using the ducking shaper here, as you can see on quarter notes. Really simple. So a couple of other finishing touches here. We've got this celesta. This is from the Iconica Sketch orchestral library, which, you know, if you haven't checked out this freebie, it's so awesome. This celesta sounds beautiful, and I'm putting it through some shimmer and through the black valve compressor. So I'll just solo this for you. And it's adding some beautiful shine on this final chorus here.
All my fault lines lead me to the bowl of the tide.
I've also got this string pad loaded up here. And I'm going to use this to add to these beautiful pads that we have in our final chorus as well. Again, using the violas from the Iconica Sketch library. They just sound absolutely beautiful. But before I add them to the last chorus, I might just use them to take us into this intro. We can just do like a bit of a swell. Let's just put that down real quick. Here we go.
We are the shadows, cast in the everglow, chasing.
Okay, beautiful. And I'm just going to bounce that to audio and just draw in a fade out. How's this sound?
We are the shadows, cast in the everglow.
Love it. I think I'm going to copy and paste this over to my chorus as well. And the string pad swell is also going to work beautifully coming into this build up where we introduce the ARP. Check this out. And like I said, I'm going to add some pads here as well. Let's bring it up an octave and we'll do something like this.
All my phone lines lead me to the boat of the tide, lost in your eyes. Your words linger in my mind.
Okay, that was perfect. And you may have noticed a few other things that are in the mix here, specifically these harmonies. This is something that I worked on a bit and just bounced it to audio. I think this is a 3-part harmony going through a lot of vary audio for pitch correction and putting it through a lot of reverb too. And I'm actually going to do a bit of an EQ correction on these. Let's just take out some of the lows and just brighten these up a bit too. Very nice. Okay, one last thing I want to leave you with in this video is the mastering. So we're taking a look at my stereo out channel, and if you've watched any of my previous tutorials on the Cubase YouTube channel, you'll know that I like to keep things pretty lean. I don't like using a ton of plugins, and you really don't need to in order to get a great mix. All I'm using here is the P1A EQ to boost the highs at around 3 kilohertz, just adding a bit of air to the mix. I'm using the black valve compressor. I'm doing about 3 decibels of gain reduction, not pushing it too hard, using it in parallel at 75%. I'm also using the imager to add a bit of stereo spread in the upper range, between about 1.5 to 10 kilohertz, also adding just a bit of width in the mid-range as well. And then finally, I'm using the limiter to bring the mix up to around -12 LUFS. At the track's loudest point, we're doing about just under 4 decibels of gain reduction. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna give this track one last listen, make sure everything's all good.
We are the shadows cast in the everglow, chasing echoes on the edges of the unknown. All my phone lines lead me to the boat of the tide, lost in your eyes. Your words linger in my mind. If you're gonna fight it, I'll get behind it. If you're gonna fight it, I'll get behind it, my love. All my phone lines lead me to the boat of the tide, lost in your eyes. Your words linger in my mind. I'm on the other side. Lead me to the boat of the tide, lost in your eyes. Your words linger in my mind.
Thank you so much for coming along on this songwriting journey with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure to be here on the official Cubase YouTube channel, so big thank you to Steinberg for allowing me to share my process with you. As always, please let me know what you thought in the comments below and hit me up if you have any questions. Also be sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and by all means check out some of the other content here if you want to learn more about Cubase. My name is Stevie B, this has been a lot of fun, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, bye.